Alrighty then. Yeah, man, let's get into the groove, man. Let's get it, man. Big Mike, man, almighty Triple XL coming at y'all live and direct. PKC, baby. Philosopher King Central, man. Where we get a little bit cerebral, a little bit intellectual, philosophizing. At least that's what the attempt will be. I don't know how it's gonna come off. But hey, let's do it, man. Let's get it, man. All right, well, first of all, let's address the name of the channel, man. Philosopher King Central, man. I don't know how many of you individuals out there have actually read Plato's The Republic, but it's a play off Plato's The Republic. He had a theory, or he had a thought process where he basically said that individuals who are the most enlightened and the most learnt in society should only be the individuals ruling or guiding that society, man. And I'm all for that, man. I love that concept. I love that idea. Just the very concept of a democracy, it's kind of problematic. It troubles me, man, because the powers that be, if they have any brains and if they want to keep their dominance in check, I know what they're going to do. I know what they should do. They should dumb down the populace. They should withhold information. They should withhold real pertinent knowledge. That way, when we so-called have these democratic elections, you've dumbed the people down so much. You've dumbed them down to the point where they can't make rational, reasonable, critical decisions. They just can't do it. Because you're hiding real information. You're hiding real knowledge. You're stunting their growth intellectually. Now, a philosopher king is supposed to be an individual who is only thinking about the collective. He's not thinking about himself. He's not thinking about money, riches, or getting paid. He's thinking about the well-being of the society at large. And I believe a philosopher king is forbidden from even having relationships with women, being married and whatnot, because his sole purpose in life is to be married to the masses, to be married to the collective, and to guide them by hook or by crook, I believe, man. So one would say, well, if it's by hook or by crook, for those that don't know what that means, you can be guided peacefully, or they can use draconian, violent means to corral you and get you into shape and get you to do what needs to be done. Like I said, the whole concept of the philosopher king, I like it. I think we actually need that. But the problem is the individuals who have their hands on the knowledge, have their hands on the information, have their hands all in the resources. They're evil, greedy people, man. And I don't know if you can avoid men becoming avoid men becoming greedy, evil, and nefarious once you give them a taste of real power. I'm not sure any man can actually attain true unbridled power and not have it go to their head and have them doing things that they're not supposed to do. So no, I don't know, man. I don't know if any man is really built for that, but I would be willing to try. I really would, man. I would be willing to try that, man, because the individuals that's running this right about now, they're evil, draconian, disgusting, despicable people, man. Pretty much all of your individuals who have ascended in all the governments of the world are disgusting people, man, who only care about money, who only care about power. And if they can have the power without obtaining the money, they'll do that. A lot of y'all are under this illusion that, they doing this so they can get paid. They doing this so they can get all the money. And that's not their total goal, man. The end objective for them is not really money, man. The end objective at the end, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is power. If they can skip getting the money and just have the power, they're cool with that, man. Yep. The scamdemic and all of that, man, that was about power, man. It really wasn't about money. They've got all the money that they need. They've got enough money for 5-6 lifetimes, man. And they understand that fiat currency is garbage, man. It has no worth. It has no real intrinsic value. They understand that. What they really want is power over you. And if they have to hoard the money, keep the money to themselves, or inflate the money so it has no value at all, the only people that really get rich during, we have a severe inflationary situation, man, are the 1%, man. Because they have real tangible assets. The common man, the regular dude out there who doesn't have any real assets, man, tangible assets, he's the one that actually suffers, man. So yeah, Philosopher King Central, this will be the place where I come, where I try and flesh out some of these things, man, some of these ideas. When it comes to society and social engineering and science and religion and philosophy and metaphysics and whatnot. So that's what we're gonna do, man. That's what we're gonna attempt to do over here. So without further ado, let's get into the main topic, man. The main topic of discussion will be the Second Amendment and how we have an unbridled display of, how can I say this, man? Well, I can't even say that. Like I said, man, this channel, I'm going to have to try and clean it up, man. So I'm going to try my best not to say curse words and things that could be offensive to certain groups and whatnot. We have the left going out of their way to try and besmirch gun owners, man. I mean, they like hell on wheels, man. They just cannot keep their eye off the prize, man. Get their eye off the prize, man, which is your weapon, which is your firearm, man. They got to have it, man. I'm like, man, these people are just, don't say that. Man, I'm going to post a lot of this stuff over on Rumble. Because, YouTube is just getting on my nerves, man, with the things that you can and you cannot say, man. It's pure 1984. It's super, Orwellian over here, man. But the bottom line is, it's like I get tired of hearing individuals say things such as, why are you clinging so hard to your rifle or your firearm? That's not going to make any difference against the United States military. They've got bombs, they've got fighter jets, they've got submarines. And I'm like, y'all have not actually paid attention to history. None whatsoever. I'm like, if you have a serious situation that occurs between the United States civilians and its government, we can give them that smoke, man. We can give them that smoke. And on Facebook, I've given some examples of the Vietnam War, man. You had the Viet Cong who basically fought the United States to a stalemate with AK-47s. Yes, they had landmines and they had rocket launchers and stuff like that, but for the most part, man, it was the rifle. It was the AK that did the job, man, that did the heavy lifting. Nope, they didn't have any tanks. They didn't have any subs. They didn't have any battle cruisers. No, they had none of that. They didn't have no F-15s. AK-47s fought the United States to a stalemate. United States said, okay, we're done. United States was dropping napalm. They was dropping, daisy cutters. They was dropping all sorts of stuff on them. All right, man. We just knew it was going to be lollipops and gumdrops going over there messing with them Asians, Jack. No, sir. Didn't happen that way. Then, we can fast forward to, not necessarily fast forward, because I think this happened parallel to the Vietnam War, where the Soviet Union had the bright idea to go to Afghanistan and mess with those folks. And those folks over there, the people who adhered to the Deen of al-Islam, man, they got together and they formed the Mujahideen. The Mujahideen, once again, they didn't have too much to fight the Russian army, the Soviet Union. They had rifles, AKs, Mini 214s. The rifle did that. The rifle did the heavy lifting. The United States came in a little bit later, man, to try and fortify Afghanistan and give the Mujahideen, rocket launchers and ordnances, explosives and whatnot. But for the most part, it was a guerrilla war. They had knowledge of the terrain. I mean, they lived there. So it's like the Viet Cong and the Mujahideen. I mean, they was fighting a guerrilla war with basically nothing but a rifle, man. And then I gotta hear these ignorants out here, man, talk about, what are you gonna do? I mean, they've got bombs. They've got planes. I'm like, you ain't studied your history, man. And then the Mujahideen, they formed to Al-Qaeda and the Taliban. And then that's when it was our turn to go in there and mess with them folks. And we should have known better, because we seen what they did to the Soviet Union. Soviet Union said, no mas, we're getting up out of here. They fought the Soviet Union to a standstill with nothing but rifles. So we go in there thinking that, we're going to take over the poppy production. We're going to get rich off that, which we did. America gets rich off criminality and the drug trade. So we thought we was going to go over there and just, bully them folks, and steal their poppy plants, man. And no, it didn't really happen that way, man. You know what I mean? They didn't submit. They didn't bow down. They basically did us the way they did the Soviet Union, man. They just gave us the finger and said it ain't gonna happen. We ain't bowing down. It's not gonna happen. All because they had the rifle, man. Yeah, that AK ain't no joke, man. So, when you have all of these soft, moist individuals out there, man, that just, they nut up every time they see a firearm. They just get so scared and intimidated, and they just think that these things should be outlawed outright. I mean, bruh, that's what it's here for, man. It's to deter the government from acting a fool totally. I mean, why you think they didn't go full Machiavelli on us, man, during that pandemic, man? Because they knew. We had that Trump card, man. There was just too many folks out there that was packing. If you want to know what was going to happen, I know there's a lot of blackout going on with Australia and how they did them Australian folks, man. Them Australian folks, boy. They was under full-fledged martial law out there. And I believe they still under that stuff, man. But now you can't do that over here, Jack, because we packing. So no, study your history. Understand that if your government gets silly, man, and act froggy, a good guerrilla war with some rifles, believe me, Jack, it's gonna cause some problems, man. It's gonna cause some problems. Well, Big Mike, Almighty Triple XL, coming at y'all live and direct. Philosopher King Central, baby, and I'm out.